There's been heaps of people talking about the MY25 because it's a really big thing in the whole Y62 community, but I haven't seen a lot on the Warrior, and I've been waiting to get my hands on one to really tell you what's new and different about the Warrior and what can be done with it. And I've had to come to Rockingham Nissan because that's where they all seem to be at the moment. Alright, so let's have a look at this thing and see what's the same and what's different. As expected, bash plate's still there. Have a look around. Alright, this is new for MY25. The cameras, all-round cameras are back in, thank goodness. Rest of the car. So it's hard to tell on this car, but every MY25 comes with the same side steps. So they seem to, like if you've got a TI, TIL there, they're all gunmetal grey, but it looks like the Warrior is actually a black one. So that's how they're going to differentiate Warrior from TI and TILs. You actually get a black one. So I assume you'll get a black one if you bought a white car or any other colour car too. All the rest of the stuff's the same, the flares, the wheels, the tow bar to take the 295. Gee, I wish they would sell us that part separately. The exhaust, twin exhaust is still there, sounds exactly the same. But I think where the real differences are is in the interior. Let's go in. Alright, so you go watch the other videos about what MY25 means, which is basically the quilted diamond pattern seats and so forth. They've changed the wood grain, but in a Warrior, instead of wood grain, they've got this velour, and that follows all the way through the car and gets imprinted on the dash there as well, opposed to the wood grain. And again, opposed to the wood grain, you get piano black. So this is all like just such an improvement. One thing that's going to be fun is the cup holders. They've changed all of that. So our traditional onboard air is going to have to change. I think it's going to end up going down here now. But yeah, this is all very, very different. It is the same as a TI, TIL. That's all the same. So it's this knob here. So we've got stuff for audio, there's menu, cameras. Okay, it just makes it a bit more modern. This stitching is like a brown stitching in the grey leather as well. That just looks neat. It's just such a more modern looking interior. I don't need to turn everything on. All right, so I won't put my foot on the brake, I'll just turn it on. Double press. It's going to get me demonetized. We'll turn the radio off. Ooh. Oh no, we have to press the OK again. Oh, I was hoping that wouldn't be there. So Apple CarPlay, finally, the 24 did have it, but it had it in the wrong spot. I had it down here, so when you put it in reverse, yeah, you had to lower your gaze when, I don't know, it's natural to look sort of up. Ah, so the mirror has gone back to the 23 Ti mirror, opposed to the 24s that had that the camera mirror. So that makes me wonder about the center console. Is this going to be refrigerated? No. Alright, so that's a TIL thing only. It's so weird what Nissan has done with the cars over the years. So the 24's got a cooled center console, got the better rearview mirror camera. They lost third row cooling, like air conditioning. They lost the all-round cameras. They lost the TPMS. Oh, I wonder if this has got tyre pressure monitoring. I'm fumbling around here a little bit, trying to work this out, because this home button, no. Settings, like all the info that you used to get on the screen isn't there. Like even the aftermarket screens, it's all still in there somewhere. So I'm wondering, oh, this is all quite different. So we've got more buttons here. Oh, same buttons there. Oh, no buttons there. They've lost those ones. All right, so if we have a look in here, let's see if we can drill down on this a bit better. Okay, let's just press some buttons. Fuel economy, yeah, that's about right. Okay. Off-road, oh, that's new. We're on a little bit of a tilt at the moment. Auxiliary gauges. Oh, because the oil pressure and batteries gauge is gone now. Gee, I wish they'd just write volts opposed to like an indicator. Who's ever going to go and look at your oil pressure and volts there? Anyway, that does who knows what. That's all the, okay, so we're getting into the, okay, so it looks like all the menu, you've got to like basically arrow through this button now, opposed to doing it through the stereo. Tire pressure, okay. TPMS, tire pressure will appear when driving. Okay, so we're not driving, but you can see where those little hyphens are, that's where you're going to see your tire pressure monitoring. So it does have that. That's excellent. Warning review. Okay, all right, and then we can go down. Oh, there's like a little toggle menu button here. Right. So functionality, or I don't know. I guess it works on the steering wheel. You don't go to those things very often anyway. And I guess that gives you more real estate for the camera, and let's chuck it in reverse. Oh, so it's not the whole screen. So you do have your all-round cameras. The 24 did have a very good rear camera, I must admit. This looks like it's about the same as my 2020, to be honest. But at least we've got all-round cameras again. This seems like a waste of real estate there. I don't know if that's the best use. I'd prefer to just see that all of that much wider, personally. But I guess this is a factory stereo now, so if there are any problems, because I must admit my aftermarket ones I have had problems with, this will all be under warranty. So there's not many switch spaces, is there? Or there's none. Well, that's going to be a problem. I'm sure we could mod something there, but that's where the onboard air was planned to go. Wireless charging. Oh, that's a SIG socket. Where are we going to put switches in these cars? Okay, there's 2 switch spots here. That's limiting, so we're going to have to use the dual switches. But I am overall very impressed with the look and feel. It actually looks like a 6-figure car now. Alright, here's my other beef I've had with Nissan. Do we have like birthday candles or LEDs? Oh my god. They've put LEDs in. I think they're out of a 2017 Navara, but oh yeah, they are LED, but they're like, they've put a bit of a yellow hue to them, so they don't look like the aftermarket ones. That's all right, that's neat. At least we've got a decent amount of light coming out of here again. All right, let's say you're going to buy one of these Y62s, and I'll definitely plug Rockingham here in Western Australia, because they let me do this video, so thank you. Like, when you're putting pen to paper here, you've got to think about what modifications you're going to do. Pretty much everyone I know that owns a Patrol wants to tow. So when you think about it, we know they've got, it's around a 690 kilo payload on these things. Warriors is a little bit more, but that gets chewed up quickly. By the time you put fuel in it, there's 100 kilos. Say 4 people, and we do 100 kilos per person average, because everyone brings a drink bottle or a bag or a fridge or something. So I'm going to say 400 kilos is going to go with people. So that's 500 chewed up. There's only 190 left. Now, if your towable weight is more than 190 kilos, you're over your GVM. So then you start having that conversation. GVM upgrades, of course, there's heaps of places where you can get them. I'll plug my 4x4 DNA. We do them here in Jandakot. But so let's say you're going to go get a GVM upgrade. You've got to decide whether you're going to do it like pre-registration or post-registration. The cost is the same. That's not really a big deal, but it's more hassle for the dealer if you do it pre-reg, because before it gets registered, they've got to do pit passes and stuff like that over here. But if you sell the car interstate, it's like just very easy. You can sell it anywhere in Australia, you know, when you're finished with it. If you do it post-reg, well, in Perth there's another consequence. DOT will only let you go to 4.2 tonne instead of 4.5. We can do pre-reg. So if, that's the first consequence. But then if you go to sell it interstate, let's say I wanted to buy this car when I'm back in Adelaide, I've got to go and redo all the engineering again, because although it's underwritten by these federal SSMs, all the post-reg stuff has to be all done again. So there's definitely a advantage to getting it pre-reg, besides a little bit of extra paperwork and work, because you'll get it all the way up to 4.5 tonne, and then if you do sell it, you can sell it anywhere in Australia. Of course you can sell it anywhere in Australia anyway, but it's easier because the engineering follows through. If you do all that pre-reg, you're going to be giving lots of money to the tax man, which sounds awful, because there's luxury car tax like comes on top, 30% for every dollar you spend over whatever the threshold is now. But if you think about that, all right, because I did the maths on this before, if please, I'm not a financial advisor, go see your accountant, but if you spent 20 grand on the car, on parts, and depreciated it over 5 years, that, although you had to pay the 30% luxury car tax, when it's all depreciated back down, those 20 grand's worth of parts only actually cost you about 5 grand with the depreciation. So if someone came up to me and said, could you get 20 grand's worth of stuff for 5? I'd say yes in a heartbeat. But that's only if you've got a car allowance or, you know, work related. If you're doing it privately, you just get stung and pay tax because the government loves taking tax. All right, there we go. This is probably the best thing Nissan has done for the Y62 in the last 11 years. We've actually got a cracker lineup of either a TI, a TIL, or the Warrior. So the Warrior over the other TI and TIL models is going to have the grey velour instead of the wood grain dash. It's going to have the piano black instead of the wood grain, and the side steps. So every other MY25 is going to have gunmetal grey side steps. Nissan just must have an excess of them, but all the Warriors are going to be differentiated by having black ones, no matter what colour car you get. So I'm interested in your thoughts. So in the comments, would you get a Warrior, or would you get a TI and kit it up, or would you get a TIL instead? A very interesting one. All right, we're out for this one. This is Dash Off Road, and I'll see you next time. Yeah.